Hey, what's up guys, it's Emily and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a tattoo tour for 2020. I've been thinking about doing this video and saving it for next year when I get more tattoos, but then I thought that it might be cool to do this video now and then again next year, because I am planning on getting more tattoos next year, so we can kind of see the difference. I thought it might be fun, so I hope you will like it. I am going to talk a bit about them and who did them and how long it took, if I remember, and yeah, just talk a bit about them. I'm going to start off with the tattoo that I got as my first one, and then just in the order of when I got them, and then end with my most recent tattoo. At the moment I have 6 tattoos, and that's why I thought that maybe that wasn't enough for a video like this, but yeah, just as I explained, I'm still going to do it because they are quite big and I do have something to say about them. So yeah, let's just start off with the first tattoo that I got. I was 24 when I got my first tattoo. I got it in May 2019. And I'm really glad that I waited until I was older with getting some tattoos, because if I got tattoos when I was younger, I would have ended up with a bunch of shit that I don't like anymore, in a style that I don't really think suits me. So yeah, I'm just happy that I waited until I knew for sure what I wanted to get and in what style. I really like black and grey and dot work tattoos, so that's the style that I got. I'm not planning on getting anything colored anytime soon, but who knows what might happen in the future. So my first tattoo is quite big and it's on my arm, on my left arm. As you can see, it's quite big, especially for a first tattoo, but I'm really glad that I went for this idea because it's the idea that I really wanted the most. At first I thought about getting something small just to start off with, but when I was thinking about something small that I could get, I could only come up with things that I didn't really like, and I didn't want to get a small tattoo just for the sake of it. So yeah, as you can see, it turned out to be this really big Maleficent piece. Maleficent is my absolute favorite Disney character. I really love her and she looks amazing. So I wanted her to be my first tattoo. Ever since I saw this tattoo on Tumblr years ago, I knew that I wanted to get a Maleficent tattoo, but the shape isn't really my thing, and obviously I wanted to get something especially made for me. At first I didn't really know what artist to ask for it, but then I found Miss Mavis because some of my bandmates got tattooed by her. Back then on her Instagram page she didn't really have work that really suited my style, but I did go to the shop to talk about my idea and she had some really amazing ideas for this tattoo as well, and it turns out that she's a big Disney villains fan as well, so I really felt like she was the one to do it, so I went for her and it turned out amazing. I'm so happy. As you can see, it's Maleficent with a dot work dragon on my shoulder, and this black part took really long and it was so painful because she had to go over and over again. The tattoo took 6.5 hours in total, which is very long for a first tattoo, but I managed to sit through it and we finished it in one session. I also wanted to add some thorns and she came up with this really amazing idea with this negative space Maleficent. So that's it for my first piece. My second tattoo was quite impulsive and I am not a spontaneous person at all. So I wanted to break that habit by getting something spontaneously. So I got this tiny guitar pick on my leg. I always think for way too long about everything I do and say and everything. So yeah, that's why I wanted to do it and just push myself to do something out of my comfort zone, and I'm really happy that I did because I was very proud of myself, honestly. I must admit that I did think of a design that I could get, but the impulsive part is that I got it on tour with my band last year in the UK. We had a day off in Leeds. My dad was with us and I was wandering around the city with him. I just googled a tattoo shop and went to the place. The first shop I went to didn't have space, but they told me just go to this and this shop because they do walk-ins. So I walked to the shop and they had space. Luckily there was an artist that was on a break or something, and since I wanted something so small he could just do it quickly. I paid £50 for it, which is quite expensive for what it is, but still, because I wanted to do something spontaneous for once, and it's a permanent reminder of the first time I went on a tour with my band, so it was definitely worth it to me. This tattoo was only 2 minutes. It was just 3 lines and then it was done and I was out of the shop. I believe that the shop was called Sacred Electric Tattoos in Leeds. I don't remember, and I also don't remember the artist's name anymore. That's the tattoos that I got in 2019. And then I waited for about a year until I knew how I wanted to continue on my sleeve, because I knew that I wanted my left arm to be a sleeve, but I just didn't really know what to do. I really love Disney villains, but when I was looking on Pinterest and Instagram for some inspiration, I didn't find anything that I liked, because most people just have a whole bunch of characters and that just doesn't really suit me. I like it on other people but not on myself, and since Maleficent is my favorite character, I really wanted her to stand out. But yeah, after a year I finally decided on what to do, and I made a mood board and went to my artist to talk about our ideas, and we came up with this amazing mandala inspired by Evil Queen of Snow White. As you can see, it has the poison apple all over and also the dagger and heart that are on the heart box from the Evil Queen. I really love this. This is one of my favorite tattoos, and also the first tattoo that made me feel like a tattooed person, because this was the first one that was really visible, because as you can see my t-shirt usually just covers this one. So yeah, I absolutely love this tattoo. Especially the placement. I really like that it goes all up to the elbow over here and then to my wrist, wraps around a bit, and later on I got these flowers added, but I will talk about it in a bit. But yeah, I absolutely love this tattoo, also done by Miss Mavis. All the rest of my tattoos are done by her, and I am planning on going to her for the rest of my arm and also for my leg, because I really love her work. I will put a link to her Instagram page in the description down below so you guys can follow her, because she's amazing and she really deserves it. The next tattoo took 2 sessions and I don't remember exactly how many hours it took, but the first session was very painful. And it's also kind of Disney villains inspired. It's inspired by Ursula from The Little Mermaid, but also inspired by my love for scuba diving. I used to go scuba diving as a child for years, every week. And we once went to Egypt and I saw a Murray eel. And Ursula has 2 eels, so I got 2 of them tattooed on me to represent my love for the underwater world, but also to continue in the Disney villains theme. The tattoo is on my sternum slash stomach slash ribs slash underboob, whatever you want to call it. It covers most of these spaces and people use many names for the spot. As you can see, the tattoo is quite big and I really love that. It starts below my boobs and then goes all the way down to just above my belly button. And here we have the Ursula shell, and the eels wrap around a bit, which I really like. The ribs were horrible, I absolutely hated it. So I'm really glad that I never have to get tattooed on that spot again ever in my life. But yeah, the result is definitely worth it, because I'm so happy with how this tattoo turned out. We were finished with the sternum tattoo quite fast, So we had some time left, so we decided to continue on my arm. Like I said, I have these flowers added to this mandala just to fill in the gap. And what I really like about it is that it goes up to my hand. And the fun thing about it is that this tattoo is still Disney villains themed, but just not so obvious, because I don't want characters all over, but I do want to get things that represent them. I plan on covering this entire arm in Disney villains theme and maybe some neutral dot work. I really like to get some dot work over here. But anyway, these two flowers represent Mother Gothel from Tangled. These are the Rapunzel Flowers. I really love the idea of this flower and how they fit in this spot perfectly. This took maybe 1.5 hours or only one. I don't exactly remember, but in my memory it just wasn't that long, and also not that painful because I already had my sternum tattooed. It kind of felt like the pain was more spread over my body instead of only focused on one spot, if that makes any sense. And after we finished the flowers, we still had some time left, so we decided to do another one. We did it on my thumb. It's this Maleficent inspired ornamental piece, and I really love it, and I really love the placement. It's going to need a touch up because I was bleeding quite badly during this tattoo, so not everything is perfect, but still it held up quite alright. These are all the tattoos that I currently have. If you have any questions about them or anything nice to say, or if you just want to talk a bit about your tattoos, then feel free to leave a comment down below. We will talk a bit about them there. I really hope that you enjoyed watching to this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!